Hi guys, I'm Natalie with Highlift Off-Road, where you dream it and we build it. And I'll be one of your hosts on this episode of Chic Chat. Chic Chat is the place where we celebrate the perfect fusion of style and adventure and maybe a little bit of grace most days. Jeep has long been synonymous with ruggedness, freedom, and the spirit of adventure. And who says women can't embrace all that and more? Right, Janet?
That's right. I'm Janet with Precision Graphics and Marketing, where you can brand your legacy. And Natalie and I are the B team.
I love that we do our little antennas.
Our antennae. And I'm actually wearing B colors today.
So I'm jelly.
Appropriate. It's appropriate.
It is very
I think we have good topics for today. We're going to kind of get this whole like Jeep girl theme. It's real talk from the trail to real life. And we're more than just Jeep girls. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of substance under there. So what are we going to talk about first, Natalie?
For us, Janet, what do we bring to the table? Energy.
We bring energy to the table. Good, bad, and different.
So really, I feel like that can look like a few different things, right? But I think for both of us, something we've always talked about is how it's created such an independence. Jeeping is right. Really did that. Oh, sorry, guys. Turn your cell phones off. Oh my gosh.
It's a reminder for me too.
Oh my gosh. So I do like the Hunger Games, and that has been my text tone since it came out, what over 10 years ago, right?
Right.
So yeah. I can't change it now because then I won't answer.
You have to leave it. Because then you would ignore your phone.
Honestly, yes. Which I think I do that anyway. But so for me, I think a key word, if I had to describe a Jeep girl energy, is independence.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And being bold. I think that's, really good energy to bring to the table. At least that's what it's meant for me. When I started getting into this, 2.5 years ago. And
I think it's only 3.5 years, by the way.
I know.
I feel like you've been doing this, honestly, longer than me. Because I've been doing this very long, right? So it's just, now, oh my gosh, we're on our 1-year anniversary.
We are.
Oh my God, guys, sorry, right now. We are got off the highway. We're in a rest area in the weeds. We will get back on track, I swear. Happy 1-year anniversary.
I know. Look at us surviving a year. And
oh my God.
We just keep on going.
Yes. Paul Rudd said it best. Look at us.
Look at us. Look at how good we're doing.
I know. And that's been 1 year since your Colorado trip. That was your first big trip. Because
yes, I had a reminder on my stories yesterday of following Zabo back and getting caught in a hailstorm. So, it is officially 1 year.
It is. Oh, wow. Well, hi. Love you. And it always took us a year to meet, guys, but we finally did. So it was fantastic.
I know.
Yeah, so that Jeep girl energy. So what do you think is another word to describe Jeep girl energy?
So I think it is about being resilient.
Ooh, yes.
Oh my God. You have to be resilient. As we've talked about numerous times, this is a very male-dominated sport currently. And we are kind of paving, the way for a lot of up-and-coming women Jeepers. And you have to be able to have thick skin, and you have to be resilient and bounce back when you get, and I was talking about this earlier, again, another little segue, but I was talking about this earlier of how, we're not in the 1960s anymore. It's the feeling of being talked down to, and we mentioned this in another episode where it's like, you bring up your Jeep and they're like, oh, is your Jeep pink? Well, why? Because I'm a female? It's got to be pink. Or do you know how to drive your Jeep? And we've talked about these myths, in another episode, but we get that a lot. I mean, I was told to my face after completing some trails, like, your Jeep is too big for you.
What?
What does that mean?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Exactly. Right. The steering wheel's the same side. Doesn't matter how much, how big my tires are or the lift is. The steering wheel's still there. So I think you have to be resilient. If you're going to get all this going and you're going to fall into these steps of going off-roading and wheeling, you have to be resilient.
Yes.
I think that's the way to describe it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that leads to the other, I think, great keyword of power.
Mhm.
I do think both and the independence and the resilience and the night equals the power. And it really does. Like I do feel so powerful when I'm in that vehicle and
Yes.
conquering something.
Yes, I do too. It's a great feeling. And
Oh,
like getting over those big crazy obstacles, and then you get to the other side and you're like, I just did that.
I know, right? You're like, I just did that. That is such
Yeah.
a, because how many times I feel like when we're on the trail, do we say that to ourselves? Like, did I just do that? Yes.
And please tell me somebody was recording.
So much dash cam footage of the behind, if you know what I mean. Oh my God.
Yes. Yes, for real. So yeah, no, I agree with you. And it's, and part of like being a Jeep girl, because, us women, we have style, right? We bring style no matter where we go. So it's having the style versus substance.
Oh yeah.
And it's okay to love a clean Jeep. And Natalie and I, we talk about this. It's okay to have a clean Jeep and wheel it also and take it on these crazy muddy trails. Sometimes you have no choice to go down muddy trail, although we hate mud.
We hate
But
mud. Oh my gosh. Are you in the mud a lot? I feel like in Texas,
no.
in that where I'm like mud central up here. This is why I fell in love with the Southwest. Oh my God.
Yeah. I know. So we had the Outlaws Jeep Texas just went to Hidden Falls, which is down by Austin this past weekend. And that's where they had all that flooding and whatnot. So I think they still had a lot of large mud puddles. And they said you could see where the water line had risen.
Oh, wow.
And some of them, it looked like they were hard to avoid. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm done.
And guys, let's be clear. The reason we don't like mud is not because we don't want to get our nails dirty or anything like that. It's just you have to take care of your vehicle after getting it muddy because that mud will start corrosion, the rust, all the things. And so cleaning the vehicle is so important. But that's why we don't really like mud, because it's a pain in the rear.
It is. And sometimes at these parks, you don't have a way to clean it off. So you're having to air up, find a car wash or something to get it all off. It just creates a lot of work. And honestly, like by the time you're done doing trails, that's the last thing you want to do is like be worrying about any of that stuff. So I like to ride the trail
now, because now you don't really have to worry about that. So because you just pull right on top of that trailer, don't you?
That's right. I pull on top of the trailer. And what's funny is if I find a car wash, like those quarter washes on the way out of town, I'll just pull the truck with the trailer with the Jeep on top of it and just spray it down before we hit the road. And
it makes it so much easier because you can see, because it's elevated now, right? Yes. So it's awesome.
Yes. It makes it easier to get underneath and get all those, where in hot springs especially, you get all these little tiny rocks. And when you're spinning your tires, they can get caught. Like my moto belt bumper in the back has this like empty area where things can just fall in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Excuse me, in those steel bumpers. And so I'll put that power washer in there and you'll see like all these little teeny tiny little rocks coming out. If you get, just a tip to our viewers, if you get those little rocks like in paint crevices, like let's say if you have stock fenders, or fender, and the rocks can get in there, and with the vibration of your Jeep, it can.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, the hand gestures right now are off the chain.
I'm a very handsy person. You got to see what I'm talking about. Yes. But the rocks get in there, and with the vibration of you driving down the road, it can start chipping at your paint, and we get through the clear coat and do all that. So it's best to clean it off when you're doing that. But that's what we bring to the table. Like you see a lot of men coming up, and some women do it too. But they come dirty and leave dirty, and I'm like,
I will tell you, so many come to the shop dirty, and I love you guys. I love the customers, but please, can you just clean your Jeep before you bring it in? My guys are literally being doused with mud some days. Like it's like raining mud.
Yeah. You get the impact and start tearing stuff down. Like all that, the vibration tears all that dirt and mud down. Yeah.
Yes. Something else I learned kind of randomly with airing up and airing down, especially after you get muddy, I will take the air hose and spray out where the oh my God, I just totally blanked on what it's called, but where you go to fill up the air with the valve stem.
The valve, yes.
So it cleans it out before you put, the air tube on there. And I've done that where I didn't, and air wasn't going in properly. It messed up the valve stem. So even just taking that quick air shot, it totally helps with the little nooks and crannies. Whoa.
I know. I'm sorry. That was like
the stage 5. No, on the Richter scale, earthquake.
Yeah, it's like a 7.2.
7.2.
for those of y'all if you're watching it on YouTube or Spotify, I just smacked the crap out of the table that my laptop is on and it looked crazy. But that is a good tip. So before you go to actually put the air back in the valve, even if you just push it just a little bit, like really slightly, it'll push that air into it pretty forcefully, and you'll get all that crap out of there. But the small rocks are going to be terrible for your Jeep and your paint job. So yeah.
Oh boy.
What else? Like, what else with Jeep Girl Energy are we bringing to either just the trail or like these parking lot meets or in general?
I do love the parking lot meets. I think they really are important to keep building relationships, because that's what really blossomed, I think, this whole community, especially during COVID, right? And social media really exploded the sense of community, especially for women, because we're able to connect now across the country. So like you and I never would have met you without social media and also the show. And thank you, Tony. But you went to an event. Either be a trail event or the pavement events. But that's where we're able to meet the women that influence us and inspire us. And it really helps, I think, hone in like what you want and how you can feel more comfortable as a lady Jeeper.
Right, for sure. And I think we both got to meet somebody that we look up to, Angie, Purple Haze JQ.
Yes. Oh my God, so cool.
Love her. She is the nicest. I've met, and her hair and her makeup's always on point. I ran into her over and over again at EJS.
On the trail, I was like, hair all the way up, no bang. Like it was just like slick back. I'm sweating. Here she comes by looking literally like she just stepped. It was just perfect the entire time. And I'm like, I'm just like, I look like a train wreck. And I know I'm crunching on dirt and all the things. And it is just perfect.
Yes. And it's not for her lack of wheeling. Like she will wheel crap out of her rig. And she steps out and doorless, right? And she steps out like looking like perfection. And I'm like, how are you doing that? Because I'm a sweaty girl.
Tell me the secret. Is it wax? Like, what are we doing? So, Angie, give us a little bit of something. We got to know.
Angie, comment and let us know your makeup and hair secrets, because we need to know.
What primer are you using?
Yeah, no joke. That is the main one, because I look great leaving the hotel room or the Airbnb, and then like an hour later, I'm like, what happened?
What happened? Oh my gosh. And the chapstick. You got to have the chapstick at all times.
Gotta have the chapstick. So Angie has been great. It was so wonderful being able to we've interviewed her before, but it was great to meet her in person. We have, there's always women that we're looking up to. And for a long time,
for sure.
Amanda,
forever.
Yes. And Amanda, who is a host on, Team A for Chic Chat, I followed her for a while, and before I even got to really meet her and talk to her, and now I've lived with her. Yeah. So,
that's so cool.
She's wonderful. She will uplift you, and she will push you and help you and support you. So she's done really great. So awesome. I love that. But
Wendy, we still love you, girl. I know it's been a while, but shout out to Wendy. She was an OG of the show, and we are still going. So thank you, Wendy.
Yes, she is. She's been here for a hot minute, and we just kind of came onto the scene a year ago. Amanda even less, and we just kind of try to keep this thing going. But Wendy is an OG wheeler.
Yep,
she is old school, and she knows what she's doing, and she's going to knock it out, and she's going to tell you when you're doing something wrong, because it's old school, and she has every right to do that. Yep. So,
but I think she also tells you when you're doing something right. So
yes, she will.
She also coined the phrase Charlie Pedal. I'll never forget it.
She did coin the phrase Charlie Pedal. After I was in Hot Springs on my little boulder, I was turtled on it. So yeah. Thanks, Wendy.
Thanks, Wendy. So I feel like that's a great segue into our next topic about balance.
Yes.
You were throw on a rock. I'm picking up what you've written down. I'm reading the room. So balance of life, work, and the Jeep life, because it really is a life. This is not just a hobby. It is a lifestyle. You really do embrace it.
It really is.
Yeah.
When you start getting into heavier trails, more intense trips across the country, you start approaching things in your life a bit differently. Some people like Greg from, he helps Tony out on the flagships. his daily driver is his wheeling rig, and he's got 45-inch tires, and he put
Gosh.
that drivetrain and these thick axles, and he drives that back and forth, from home to the shop. He'll drive it across country to go wheel it. Like,
Yeah.
more power to him.
Yep.
I just can't do that anymore. So, you start to,
Yeah. What now?
so your whole lifestyle changes, your finances change, the way you plan things change. If you're really immersed in this, like, I was today looking at a calendar to plan for EJS 2026.
Yeah.
When do I need to leave? When do I need to come back? Where are we going to stay? And where, hey, Zabar, you're going to get that Airbnb. Like, what do we do?
Yes.
So, he's planning on doing Rubicon later this year.
Yes, he is.
Trail Hero. And, I have some friends doing Trail Hero as well. I won't be able to make it out there just because I'm limited on what I can do currently. But
it's something you made a good point. You have to plan.
Yes.
This is not, so even the day trips, I feel like you have to plan. I know when I was doing up and backs, it was to our off-road park that's close to me. It's called Badlands in Attica, Indiana. And I was, it's 3 hours away. So 3 hours there, drive all day, 3 hours back. And at the time I wasn't even hauling. And so I feel like it took longer because you're not going as fast. And it's a major ordeal. Like, you leave at 4 a.m, you don't get back until 10 o'clock at night. And and then for me, I was always killed the next day. I didn't want to get out of bed, but you have to take care of the Jeep. And sometimes I would let it sit like an idiot in the sun, baking with mud all over it. I didn't know red hates the sun. I'm learning this. It hates sun. They will fade really bad. The red ones fade. I don't know, but your color might too. Yeah.
Yeah. And my soft top hates it. So those vinyl windows, those plastic, the mud will actually suck the moisture out of those windows. And so it'll leave imprints of the mud droplets on the window.
The more you know.
So I keep a spray bottle and those microfiber towels in the Jeep. So as I'm getting off the trail, I will spray it and wipe it down just because I learned the hard way.
I didn't know that. I'm new to the soft top game. So I had no idea. Well, look at that. Thank you for sharing.
You want to get that mud off of there as quickly as possible.
Yes.
So
how are you juggling this, Janet? Because not only are, you're doing all this hardcore wheeling, but you're also a mom. You are a student, full-time employed, and you own your own business. I mean, the key word, juggling a million things, I think is written across your forehead.
Yes.
So I mean, what's one thing you do?
I got a monitor for every little thing that I do. And that's not even, half of it. So it really does take planning. When I first started out wheeling, I was going on a trip every month, it seemed like, just to kind of get that seat time. But at that time, I was only working one job. I hadn't opened my business. I hadn't gone back to school. So I had a lot more time, and my daughter would go with me on a lot of these trips. And I would teach her about wheeling. And now that I think I've gotten into more intense trails, I don't do the lighter stuff anymore because it's not worth my finances to load up the Jeep on the trailer and get the gas out there. So I'm more selective about where I go.
Yes.
Because also the Jeep is bigger. So the more intense trail, the bigger and more expensive parts, the more you have to pay to fix it.
Yes.
When it breaks. So right now, like, I'm planning for EJS of, next year. I'm hoping to get at least a wheeling trip done in the fall. Like, I don't want to have this season go by without any kind of wheeling whatsoever. But we're also looking at doing a possible axle swap this fall. So you have to take all that into consideration.
I mean, even Rocky he's screaming for me right now. What? Oh my gosh. More to come on the axle swap, guys. That's another episode because Natalie is like jaw on the floor.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie's already this is her second set of axles, and so this will be her third.
Oh gosh. What is it to give us a sneak peek? Are you going to tons? What are we doing?
So not tons just yet, but I needed a wider. So JKs have a very narrow stance, right? And for being on a 5.5-inch, 6-inch lift, I'm really tall with 40-inch tires. So I feel very tippy. And so I don't want to obviously come down in my height because you need the room for the 40s. So JL axles are just a tad bit wider.
They are.
To give me a little bit more of that stance and support that I need for a lot of these trails. So These are actually Mark Szabo's old axles that he had before he went up to his coilover. So they are getting on Charlie. They are already built up with more stuff than I have now currently, but I'm going to have a little bit, even those like few inches are going to make such a huge difference on my wheeling. So I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Can't wait. More to come. More to come.
I know. I think I'm more excited about getting monster valves on the Apex Monster.
Yes. Oh my God.
Like it's the little things. Like I just want like I'm all about automation and like anything that I can do to make things faster. I'm really excited about that.
Oh yeah. I love mine. So I feel you.
Yeah. So it is just a matter of planning and trying to carve out time and finances to do everything. And it's just difficult. It really is difficult. And so people are like, how do you do all this? I'm like, I don't sleep.
Yeah. But you need to sleep. You need to sleep. I get it. It's funny. Yeah. So I feel like my planning looks different because now that I'm doing this full time and in the industry, everyone thinks I wheel all the time. And I really don't. Yeah. So Matt and I are going through the same thing. My partner in crime, wheeling more with Nat and Matt. We both never, it feels like we don't get to wheel. So when we do wheel, yes, we're having a great time with our customers, but we actually have to take the time and be thoughtful to plan stuff for ourselves too.
Yes.
And that's something that takes planning. And then it's like, we're doing this every day, living and breathing it. Is that how you want to spend maybe your one day off, during the week, or even after a few weeks not having any time off? And yes, it is. So, but planning is, I think, the key word, no matter what you're doing. You're in it and immersed in it, or if it is truly, your enthusiast, it's your hobby. But it is a sport for sure. It's more than a hobby. It's a sport.
It really is.
Paying a lot of money to do it. It is more than a hobby.
Yeah. And there's times that we have to say no. So when, it comes down to it, have you found yourself in a position where you have to say no to protect your time? Because, you're grinding on, doing work all week. And then, like you said, you're around Jeeps all the time. And then you'll get invited to a wheeling event and you're like, do I really want to do that?
I know. And then it's like, then I feel like I miss out. Like there was one this past weekend and I wish my coworker had been more vocal about it because he was showing me pictures this morning. And I was like, why wasn't I there? He goes, well, I told you a few weeks ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to tell me like more and more. Like, yeah, it was super cool.
Bring it up.
Event. Yeah. But it is funny. I have said no to wheeling more often lately than I've said yes. And I hate that. So balance.
Yes, there really does have to be balance. Yes. And it's nice to like see everybody's pictures when they come back. Like, I had a friend that went to just went to Moab this past week and, they did Top of the World and Steel Bender. And I'm like, I want to go back. Hidden Falls
that you've done. Yeah. I'm so excited. Hopefully next year, you never know.
Yes. So, I have friends that go there. Everybody's traveling right now, especially to Colorado.
Yes.
Everybody's going to Colorado. And I'm like, I swore I was going to go back to do Holy Cross this year to prove myself, and I haven't done it, and I'm not going to be able to do it. So maybe next summer, but it's hard because you have EJS, which it's a whole week, and then trying to plan. Colorado really does take at least 5 days.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, your travel days alone, and then not only are you driving and mentally getting tired from that, but then you literally then are driving for the rest of the trip. Yes. And it is definitely an adventure vacation. It is. You need a vacation when you get back.
Yes. So you need like that vacation, like sitting on the beach, not doing anything.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. I haven't had one of those in a while, but but you do have to say no and protect your time. It's like, Mike from Platinum Off-Road, and he gets invited to all these wheeling trips and he goes because, he does love to wheel, but also at the same time, if somebody breaks, everybody's looking at him to be like, hey, can you help me? Well, he does this Monday through Friday. So it's like, well, and he's not going to say no, as most people wouldn't, like you're going to leave somebody on the trail. So it's just kind of hard. But do you have like maybe if you had like when we talked about what's in your bag, but do you have like a go bag ready to go, like time saving stuff that if you decided at the last minute, like, let's go and let's do this.
Dude, she's here. This is my go-to bag. I know I missed the round table last week, guys. Oh my gosh.
I know.
My little go-to bag. And I think that always is what stays in it. I just ran out of dude wipes. I have to replace them. But my gloves are always in here. So The
Yes.
gloves, I used to not wear gloves, like when I would get out and do, like line pulling and also unloading and loading the
Mhm.
trailer. I used to not wear gloves. Oh my gosh, game changer.
Yes.
It does
for
not
sure.
mean that your hands can't handle it. Literally, it's the smart ones that are wearing gloves now. So,
Oh,
yeah, this is my my little bag, and I have to put my name on everything because
of course.
it's
Why
mine.
not?
I know, right? So yeah, so that is my gloves. I think my gloves are my go-to now. Hold on, we're gonna see what's in one magic pocket because I don't remember. This one's not fun. Oh my gosh, my favorite sunnies.
Yes.
Also, my go-to, the Blue Angels from Blenders.
There
Absolutely
you go.
amazing. They're polarized and they're like $55. So if you ruin them, you just get another pair.
Right. I love it. It looks very Top Gun-ish.
Very Top Gun right now. Hey, Zabo. So that is my go-to. A little bit of a rewind from the other day, guys. And thank you for joining the roundtable, everybody. Keep it going.
Yes. Yes. We'll have, I think, pretty sure have another one tomorrow night.
Oh boy.
And so well, hopefully we can see how many
Yeah.
girls we can get on there and talk about some stuff. It's good to get that listener interaction. So
It is.
you'll see us live on TikTok and just get in there and start asking us questions because we love it.
Yes.
We love it. We don't want to just talk to ourselves. We even talked about possibly doing one like underneath our Jeep to talk about what's under there.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, it's not fair because I don't have a lift. So I'd be like on my back. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, I guess I would put me on a lift. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get under there and just roll around. Like, okay. And I guess put it on a lift. Put it on your trailer. That's what you would do. Put it on the trailer.
That's true. But I have to go out to Amanda's
You
to
would
go
have
do
to go all the way. Take it to platinum. Be like,
There
raise
you
the
go.
roof. Here we go.
You're like, I'm going to go do my round table from here. Just don't mind me. Go do your thing.
So what's a quick hack that you do for time saving for either like having a go bag ready or do you have a Jeep ready bin that you can just literally grab, put in the back? What's your go-to hack?
So I have a Jeep ready bin that I keep in the Jeep at all times. And it's like this little plastic container and it has bug spray, it has sunscreen, it has Band-Aids, it has gloves, like medical gloves and my trail gloves.
Yeah.
And then it has microfiber towels. So that stays in there all the time. I don't ever have to worry about is my stuff in there or not. Then I have an actual trail bag that has my radio, my GMRS. It also has my rapid deflator in there as well. And so that I can just grab and throw it in the back.
Yep.
Just throw it in the back and keep going. And then I have my toolbox is ready to go. It's always just sitting right next to Jeep, so I can just get that and throw that in there. So
it really does make a difference, like having those things. And like I think it's when you get back from the trail that sets you up for success for the next one.
for
If you
sure.
get lazy when you get back, that it's just not enjoyable. You just have to do it in real time, even though you don't want to, because I know that's how I happen. But man, if you don't, that prep is just, it sucks.
Right. You have to set yourself up for success. And even though you're tired and worn out, like just do it.
Just do it. No matter what kind of trip, even if it's a pavement event, like setting yourself up, getting your Jeep always back to where it's ready to go at a moment's notice, I think really is important. And I'm guilty of it not. We all are. But
Right, of course.
that, there's that balance again.
Well, and I'll tell you, so coming back from AJS, we went through New Mexico where there was a giant snowstorm.
Oh, yeah.
And they had treated the roads. If it ices here, I don't get on the road. So I don't ever have to worry about that. But I don't think I actually rinsed off underneath the truck appropriately from whatever they treated the roads with. And I just had my tires rotated and apparently I have some corrosion underneath. Now this is from April. Okay. So I never got under there and actually sprayed all that stuff off. I mean, I've taken it to like the wash, but they don't think they have really good undercarriage spray off. So that is going to be, and what that's going to turn into is a weekend project where I'm going to have to go and spray the underneath the truck, get a wire brush, clean all this stuff off and then paint it to prevent that corrosion from going. And this is driving for like, a few hours on these roads. And because I didn't do the proper maintenance afterwards, now I'm doing this.
It is amazing how much it eats away. Like, I mean, my Jeep isn't that old. It's a 2017. I got it in 2018. And when we did the build last year, it was completely torn apart, and the amount of rust from me not properly washing it, especially after, I'm driving it in the snow in Ohio and all the salt.
Right.
I had never known to make sure to wash it as much as you can. I mean, the shop Jeeps here, they all get put away November 1st. They are not allowed to go out. They will not leave the property unless they are hauled. And even then, they still will get a wash. So because that salt is kicking up. But at first I didn't understand that. And I thought, oh, how silly. Like, that's why you have it, to drive it in the winter. No.
Right. Nope.
No. Yeah. So yeah, everything got repainted, brushed down, like what you said, get the bristles, get all the rust off. And I couldn't believe it. It's crazy.
Right. So when we stopped, like on the Texas, New Mexico border, we had gone through a quarter wash, but because the Jeep was on the trailer, I was able to get under there and spray everything off. I didn't get under the truck. Like, I didn't even cross my mind. I was so worried about the Jeep. And now I'm in this position where, it's 100 degrees outside and I don't have to be under my truck for, a day trying to take care of all this. And I'm going to be covered in like black spray paint.
I get it. I totally get it.
So yeah, it's not a craft project. It's actually protecting my investment. So
I love that phrase. Protect the investment.
Protect the investment.
It is. Oh my God. From the clothes to the parts, like it's all an investment. Oh my God.
It really is. And it's just, you're investing in something that you love, that brings value to your life, that helps you get through tough. Natalie and I, and it's happened a couple times here on doing the Chic Chat, even though we record every other week, life still happens. Like it is hard to put pause on things that go on. So there were a couple weeks or even 3, I think, that we just didn't record. And it was really, really difficult. And we had to we didn't go wheeling. We didn't do anything. And it just so happened to us at the same time.
At the same time. I know. And I'm so glad, because I felt like, because I leaned on you. I think you were leaning on me. And that's where this community, especially with women, when you find the right ones, it brings out the best in you.
Yes.
So,
yes. And because of that, we're able to bounce back, I think, a lot faster than, I've had my bouts, back over many, many years, and it can be hard to pull yourself out of a rut. And we won't get into too deep of a conversation on that, but just know that if you're having to go through that, you're not alone. We go through, we missed weeks where we're recording because we didn't have the mindset to do it. And y'all would have listened to it. The listeners would listen to it and been like, what is this? Like,
it would not have been good. It would not have been good. Honestly, it was like that yesterday. We both some lives came up and it was like, Natalie, I can't record. I'm like, I can't either. I was going to text you the same thing. Like, it's just, and it's okay. Maybe, you know what? Let's hold space. Let's wait 24 hours. And now here we are. So I think it's the best episode we've ever done.
I know. It's always every time we record, I'm like, that one's my favorite.
I know. I love it. Something that you sent me, or I think you sent it to me, but it was describe how you feel about the episode with emojis. So totally putting the listeners to the test. Wherever you are listening, if you can leave a comment, describe how our episode made you feel with emojis.
Yes.
I think it'd be kind of fun.
Yes.
So
and we'll try to decipher it and be like, what does that mean?
I know, right? Like, oh my God.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. So, we, at the end of the day, we are women that are wheeling, and we have our ups and downs and things happen. And we hope that any woman wheeler that's listening can identify and be like, you know what, that's cool. They do it too. And we're not anybody special. We just happen to sit in front of a laptop and record every other week.
We do.
That's
Janet, if someone wants to reach out to you, how would they do that?
So you can find me on Instagram and TikTok under the same handle at charlie.jku. I post mainly videos of my Jeep, and then look out on TikTok, because I'll post a video and be like, hey, we're going live tonight, because sometimes it is last minute and we're like, oh yeah, we need to go live tonight. So look out, just go follow me there. On TikTok, I'm so close to 1,000 followers. I know.
No, it's amazing. It's all organic. That's the cool part, right? So
it is organic. I haven't paid for followers. I haven't done any of that. So I'm 7 people away, 7 followers away from hitting 1,000. So please get out there.
Yes.
Help a girl out. So yeah, that's where you can find me. I don't have any parking lot events coming up. I think we're just going to try to finish out the summer. And I have a birthday.
Yes, you do. I was getting there.
In 10 days.
What is it? 25? Forever 25?
Yes. Forever 21. We need to have a clothing store like that.
I could have stayed 35 forever. I'm not myself, but I actually could have stayed 35 forever. So 35 was good. I liked it.
35 comes with great wisdom, way over what you have in your 20s.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, sometimes I feel 35, even though I'm not. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely the lessons were learned. So, but not about how to shorten your Instagram handles, because I have to have it pulled up right now to even
Well,
tell
let's
you guys.
hear it. I
So
want to hear it.
Gypsy _ JK _ red 4x4, but also the easy one, Highlift Off-Road. So please, guys, come find me. But we both understand if you need a little bit of support or you're just up in the fields, so are we. Let's go.
That's right.
Let's go together. So,
and ask us questions. We love to answer questions. Anything that you've heard on the shows that you feel like you want more information on, we can get it to you, or just talk to you about it, or just be like, hey, we listen to your show. We want to hear about that too.
Especially EJS, if you are a first timer, I think, Janet's a really good person to reach out to. Myself, Amanda, we all want to help you. We want to see you guys get to these events. Because they can be intimidating. And I know it's hard. It can be hard by yourself. But it is so worth it if you actually do it. I just did something by myself on Friday. I went to a concert alone.
I'm so proud of you.
I was proud.
What was it?
Well, it was Dirks Bentley, and he was amazing. And it's someone I didn't want to miss. And sometimes your friends are just busy. And my mom was out of town. She's gone with me before, and I was sitting in traffic, and I'm like, what am I doing on a Friday night? I was like, I didn't have plans. They had a solo seat that was third row, super cheap, and I'm like, done. And the concert venue was 8 minutes from my house, and I went.
Perfect.
I went on a date with myself.
I love it.
Put the dress on.
Yes.
And I got a little emotional. Not going to lie. I'm not going to dwell on this, but it was very freeing. So it's okay to do events by yourself, because you're never by yourself. And that's how it goes with this Jeeping stuff. Like at the trailhead, it is intimidating when you first pull in, but man, it's amazing. Right away, be like, hey, I'm Natalie. It's nice to meet you. Or, oh, I love your black wheels, or, whatever. Then, you start bonding. So you're never alone in this, and never think that you are.
That's right. If you're going to go to someplace like Colorado, which is a huge Jeep destination, I would suggest joining, like there's a Facebook group called like Colorado Off-Road Trails or something like that. And you can throw it out there and be like, I'm going to be there from this date to this date, and these are the trails I want to do. Can I run with anybody? Because I'm solo. Yep. And people will bring you into the group, and they'll just let you wheel with them.
It's amazing. It's all the time. Like people, you see, and it's the comments just blow up. Like, come with us. We're leaving at 8 a.m. Or it's the most welcoming and forgiving community when you find the right one.
When you find the right one, you're still going to run into some jerks. That's unavoidable. But for the most part, especially women wheelers, I think we're like, come on, let's go. We're not going to, no woman left behind.
No woman left behind. Oh, what a great way, honestly, to end the segment.
Yeah, for sure.
No women left behind. And that is it for this episode of Chic Chat. We hope you've been inspired by our stories, insights, and tips that Janet and I shared today. Remember, there are no limits to what you can achieve when you embrace your passion and fearlessly chase your dreams. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the Jeep Talk Show so you'll never miss an episode. You guys can go to xjtalk.com. That's where you can find all the different platforms that we are seen on, but definitely check out the YouTube because it is hilarious to watch. Remember to embrace the thrill of the off-road, embody your own unique style, and always keep pushing the boundaries of what you thought possible, because anything is possible.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you, Janet.
Broadcasting since 2010.
You're my friend. You're my new friend.